Um, know how you position your listing amongst your competitors, link yourselves, and link your competitors. And this is the part that is very non-intuitive. It's like, why am I doing the work to advertise my competitors? Well, you probably want to pick competitors that are maybe not direct competitors, but are at a different class or level than yourself. If you are the expensive premium version, link the cheap and cheerful version and describe what are the drawbacks of using them. Not shit talking, but just being candidly like it's good, like it will do this, but like this is the if you're trying to do this or harder, then you probably should consider a better option. Like we designed our products to do this, and then you can link yourself as the premium version or the other way around. Like if you're on a budget, like we are the low cost way to get this done, and it'll be good for this much work. But ultimately, like if this is, you're using this product every single day, multiple times a day, you might want to consider, uh, like, like we're friends with the people that make this brand, and ultimately it's a pretty good product, but obviously at a higher price point.
Yeah.
Because by being neutral and giving options, it shows that you're not just here to sell, but you have already done a lot of things that are selling because you have now let the community know that you are a brand, you are listening, you are here to help, you have expertise, you provided great advice, and there are links to your product. And people on Reddit are very familiar with like opening up a new tab to go shopping and look up and research things. Um, and that is the general gist of like how to write a good comment. When you get good at this, like you can bang these out in like 30 seconds or less. Not essentially like you're not copy pasting from like some document where you've copied this, but these answers can be like 2 sentences.
Yeah.
Like, um, like for example, with Advite, I get notifications about people trying to get social listening tools, right? People are looking for ways to engage with their brand on Reddit or on social media. And my tool finds those posts for me so I can comment in those threads. Um, and
So,
most of my replies are like 50 words or less.
so ultimately, you get. I mean, you know what they say. It's the timing is everything, right? So
Mhm.
that's what the platform provides. It gets you the timing. It gets you in front of the right comment
Yeah, the
at the
right
right.
person. Yeah. Yeah. Basically, it's the right place and the right time. And then the human part, what we teach is how to be the right person, how to communicate that your advice should be the best advice in this thread.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit about the mechanics of this thing. So first of all, I heard earlier you mentioned that there is no like setting up with keywords. That you get AI to interpret the content of whatever it is that you want to promote.
Exactly. Yeah.
This case, listing, and then it's gonna extract all the keywords because you've loaded up your listing with all the keywords that are important for you, right? It takes all that and then it goes out there and looking. So first question is, I get the feeling you're doing this on exclusively on Reddit or in multiple places.
So currently we monitor 3 platforms, Reddit, X, which were formerly known as Twitter, and Connectively, which is a PR platform where there are lots of journalists who write like best of e-commerce, best of summer blog, type articles where you might want to be featured in more traditional media publications. Like I would say Connectively is for more general backlinking and SEO and domain authority improvement, whereas Twitter and Reddit are for more the dynamic social growth and the viral growth that we were talking about for most of the time.
Okay, so Reddit, X, and connectivity.
Yeah, it's
Connectivity?
called Connectively. Most people know it as
Connect.
Haro or Help a Reporter Out, but they rebranded.
Okay. So you are monitoring these platforms for anything that may be a good match. And then anytime somebody mentions any of the content that's relevant to your listing, you get a notification.
Exactly. Yeah. So like, very like we've got a system that creates customized like think of like ChatGPT type questions that you might ask about a post. You know, is this person trying to buy a product like mine? Is it essentially the gist of what's going to be asked about this post? And
Okay.
if they meet the, you know, similar to how a human would know this is a good answer, if our AI would pick it up and then send you a message on Slack, which is like an instant messaging platform, that you have a new lead on social media, that all you got to do is respond.
Okay. So when in order to respond, are you so it's just a free form, you whatever answer you want to give. How does the linking occur? So how do you deal with that? You just plug in your listing URL? Is that the way it works?
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to linking, I think like the first thing you should let's explain this a little bit deeper, right? Linking is an interesting concept on Reddit because on one hand, Reddit has no track links. So any link that is placed on Reddit likely does not show up in your Google Analytics or like dashboard about the referral source because Reddit disables that. Like they don't want to encourage people to do performance marketing on Reddit. So the acquisition traffic is often lost. So that's the first step. So you don't need to worry about UTM tracking or referral tracking or anything like that. Next thing you want to think about is some subreddits don't allow links at all to external sites. So it's important to know that if you're in a subreddit that allows links or does not allow links. On Reddit, as you write your reply, there will be a little sidebar that tells you the rules. And Reddit has moderators that will delete your content if it does not follow the rules. Most of the rules are pretty basic. They're just like, don't harass people, don't be mean. But there will always be a rule about how to deal with self-promotion and how to deal with links, because every community is a little different. If it's no links, you just mention the brand name. But like when I was doing it, I didn't link anything. I rarely ever link Advite. I mostly just type in our brand name and people just book calls on my website because, you know, we know that if you search an Advite into Google, we're the first result. And the first thing you see when you click on our website is a button to book a call with me. So I comment on Reddit and then I get a meeting notification that I have a new call booked. All right, well, I think I know where that lead came from. At scale, it's a bit harder to track. But yeah, you don't necessarily need to put a link in. You can just mention the brand. If you know that you do not rank well on Amazon and the only place you sell is on Amazon, then you probably want to place a link. And when you place a link, the best practice is to place multiple links so that you are seen as being fair and balanced, and you're not just linking to all of your own products, you are linking to your competitors' products as well.
Okay.
Or like,
So
you know, similar products that could solve the problem that maybe aren't competitors. Like if someone is suffering with falling asleep, you could recommend them a sleep mask, essential oils, and a weighted blanket, right?
yeah.
Where, you know, some people will, maybe they already have two of the three options, then they'll try and get the essential oils or, you know, ultimately you're not just saying that you're not trying to position yourselves as like the God and Savior, the only solution out there.
Yeah. So when it comes, I mean, this is bottom line. This is going to be external traffic that you'll be driving to your listing. So we're talking about this from Amazon sellers' point of view. So this is going to be external traffic, and there are, you know, you can do nothing and let the external traffic hit your listing.
Mhm.
You're not going to know where they are coming from, or that in fact it is external traffic. Or you can use attribution tags. Is that something that would be allowed in this case?
Yeah, I mean, like Reddit cleans a lot of attribution tags out. Like I don't recommend using attribution tags. There's something called like, at least with Reddit, I recommend do not using acquisition tags, and Twitter, go nuts. The reason why is Redditors are more often than not paranoid. And if they feel like they're being tracked, measured, and watched, they think that they all of a sudden your nice, kind help. It's no longer nice and kind. It's just an ad, and the curtain goes away. They see you for what it is.
I see.
Um,
Okay, so it's a
so
behavioral issue. It's not a technical issue, but it's a behaviorally, it's not recommended.
it's not recommended.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's the nature. It's once again, Reddit has all these rules and limitations, but it is the most popular place where people learn about new products, the most trusted place in terms of Google's algorithm. And this is where, and it has the viral potential to drastically grow your brand. Like something that might be on non-obvious for new users to Reddit is a post that you see could have like 10 likes and 2 comments. And that post could drive hundreds of thousands of dollars towards your brand.
Yeah, yeah.
Reddit has an incredibly low engagement rate. So for every like vote that you see and every comment that you see, there are thousands of people. Obviously, depending on the community size, but thousands of people who just read and scroll by. Um, but it's not like they're reading and not taking action. They'll read it, open up a new tab, and then just continue the journey from where they left off.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, there's
So the
a
other,
subreddit even called like new to Reddit, which explains Reddit for people who are brand new to the platform.
yeah.